Welcome to another episode of Get Your Mind Right, Get Focused. In this episode, I want to talk about some things that I've been dealing with and going through. Since when I started out to do this public speaking, I thought that it was going to be easy. I thought that it was going to be a piece of cake like a walk through the park or something, but it hasn't been. In fact, since I started out, I've experienced a lot of rejection, a lot of disappointments. I've even had people lie to me and say, yeah, Mr. Smith, we're getting a hold of you real soon, only for me to never hear from them. And then I run into them out in the community and they say, I haven't forgotten about you still, only to never hear from them. And I can't front. It hurt my feelings. It made me feel rejected. It made me feel like I wasn't being taken serious or something. And I became discouraged to the point to where I had been considering giving up. I mean, I literally had a conversation with myself in the mirror, like, why am I doing this? Why am I putting myself through all this scrutiny? And it made me question, like, maybe I'm not the right person to be a motivational speaker. Maybe this is not for me, because the people with the keys to the door won't even let me in. And then I heard this little voice in my head, and it said to me, when have you ever been known to be a quitter? When have you ever been known to give up and throw in the towel before even giving yourself a real chance? You see, when I left my last job working for someone else, I left because they were trying to put me in a box and keep me there. They knew that I was valuable. They knew that I was worth more than they were willing to allow me to grow to be. So when I left with the intentions that I would never work for another company again, and that same determination, that same loyalty, drive, and dedication that I gave to that company, I was now going to give it all to myself. And that from this point on, I was going to be my own boss. I began to have a I refuse to lose attitude. You see, I've always felt like I was a born winner. So I decided that it was time for me to start acting like a winner. No more being a victim of circumstance. No more whining and crying, poor me. I decided that it was time for me to get it. It was time for me to grind harder than I've ever grinded before in my life. No more Mr. Nice Guy. If he don't like it, so what? If she don't like it, so what? There's a lot of things that people say and do that I don't like. And they keep doing it, regardless of whether I like it or not. And besides, this ain't about other people. This is about me. What do I want? And am I willing to go through the fire to get it? The trials, the tribulations, the ups and the downs, the being tested and chastised for going after the things that I want out of life. When I was told that I can't have that ain't for me. Let me tell you something. To you out there listening, to the men, to the women, and the children, listening to this right now, don't you ever let anyone tell you that you can't do something. And if they do, you kick that person to the curb. And you tell them, you stand on the sideline and you watch me while I go and do this. And then you prove them wrong. All right? That's the mentality that you have to have. Because I was born for this. I was put through the fire, through the hard times, through the hardship, the struggles and the pain for a reason. And now it's my time, and I'm going to take it. Your ideas, your ambitions, what it is that you want to do is really no one else's business unless they are willing and trying to help you get to the next level. You see, when life hits you, you have to hit back. When someone else hits you, what do? You hit back, right? All right. So when life hits you with a blow, and it will, you have to hit back. So from this point on, it's grind time. Everything done in beast mode. I refuse to accept anything less than greatness. That's the mentality. I refuse to accept anything less than greatness. In other words, whatever it is that you decide to do with your life, be great at it. Accept and expect nothing less than greatness. Do everything in beast mode. Conquer what you want and destroy what you don't need and make the world bow down to you. No more Mr. Nice Guy. It's time to get your mind right and get focused. Peace and love.